fly in a victory formation. This Week 7 action of the AVP League. Welcome to the Honda Center, as it is time for the men's matchup between the San Diego Smash and the Austin Aces. A few big dogs down on the sand. Who will pick up the win? It was the ladies for the San Diego Smash in the matchup just before this. But Chase Budinger and Miles Evans have got to get to work. TKN taking the loss. Taryn Cloth, Kristen Nuss alongside Billy Allen and Paul Lotman. The fellas soon to take a look across the other side to Miles Evans and Chase Budinger, coming off an Olympic debut for each of them. Chase Budinger, the former NBA standout, now in the world of beach volleyball, playing alongside a young gun that has got a wicked arm. Hi everyone, Cameron Irwin alongside yet another Olympian, Casey Patterson in the mix. And we've already seen a lot of great action here in Week 7. That first matchup was a bit of an upset. Could you expect the same thing in this one? And if so, which way would it be?
Yeah, I don't know if you call any of these an upset, but as far as the rankings go, yes. But I'm really excited about this match because I've been watching, of course, Miles and Chase go through the whole Olympic run. I feel like they're playing at a very, very high level. And so it's going to be fun to watch them do their thing, and then Paul and Billy try to fight against that. And also, Paul Lotman's been playing really well, too. So for me, it's going to be kind of like a block-off of being Paul and Chase. Like, who's going to be bombing their serve and blocking balls and affecting the game?
Well, we have already seen what service pressure can do. The women's matchup showcased 8 aces on the side of the San Diego Smash. Can the fellas double down on that same action from the service line? As you look to the league standings, the New York Nitro at the top of the order, and they've been updated since that last matchup. Look at that, San Diego Smash now moving from number 8 to number 7, and the Austin Aces, this is some dangerous territory sitting in that 4 spot.
Yeah, right, everybody's getting close. I think you get a couple good wins in a row today and tomorrow. Things are going to change a lot in this like middle ground. So for me, these are really exciting matches that people maybe aren't really paying attention to that are going to affect the rankings a lot.
Coming into this weekend, we said the magic number was 10. You'd feel a lot better if you get to that 10-point mark, or 10 total. As you look now to the competition format, it's a best of 3, playing just to 15 points. These are wickedly fast set, so you better start firing from the very beginning. Just 1 timeout per team. This is expedited volleyball at its finest. Let's meet our 4 contenders down on the sand from Mark Sherman.
I hear the bells. That means it's time to meet the boys. Here we go. First up for the Austin Aces, wearing the number 1, standing 6 feet 2 inches tall, the defender out of CSUN, it's Billy Allen. Go Matadors. And his partner wearing the number 2, standing 6 feet 6 inches tall, the blocker out of Long Beach State, it's Paul Lotman. And their opponents, who just represented the USA in the Olympic Games, they are the San Diego Smash. Wearing the number 1, standing 6 feet 4 inches tall out of UC Santa Barbara, it's Miles Evans. And his partner wearing the number 2, standing 6 feet 7 out of Arizona, Chase Budinger.
Miles Evans, Chase Budinger versus Billy Allen and Paul Lotman. Paul Lotman, an Olympian in his own right in the indoor side of the game. On the opposite side, though, the San Diego Smash, it's been tough in league play for this duo.
It goes so fast that if you don't have like a great start, you got to make up a lot of ground. Plus, you come from, we were just at the Olympics playing the best teams in the world, and so there's a little bit of like, can we relax for a second? You know, and so I think, you know, they're experiencing that immediate like surge of, oh, we don't have a time off. Split blocking, you saw that.
I was just about to get there, Casey. We saw the exact same thing. Maybe a split blocking system coming the direction of the San Diego Smash.
Yeah, I like it. You can focus a little on going for your serve.
Speaking of serves, A doozy of one, fended off.
Nasty. And that, I mean, Paul Lotman, that's his MO. He is such, I mean, he's an Olympic outside hitter. He bombs his serve, he passes nails, and he can dictate the game.
High on the chest of Billy Allen. And Rich Lamborn and I were talking about it. It's either the little slither line or the high rolly.
Yeah. Oh, I've been so frustrated trying to run down Billy's high line shots, and then he hits that little three-quarter cutty just to keep you honest. You're just like, dude, I feel like I'm on an island.
Sounds good right about now.
Yeah.
And the hitting error for the San Diego Smash, and that's been probably what's plagued them the most throughout league play, hitting errors.
Yeah, with these quick matches, it's like you almost feel like, oh, I haven't even really found a rhythm yet with how quick these things go. And so, you know, I trust in Miles and Chase to find that Olympic elite level AVP winning form. It's just a matter of like, okay, what's going to flip the switch for us?
San Diego Smash have just one win in league play in their men's pairing. Quick set, that's as fast as you will ever see on the beach.
Yeah, that's the old laser. That's a fastball barely above the height of the net. He just slaps it down with almost that same shot, but right on the line. Yeah, that's tough for Paul to go run over and seal anything with.
Target is Billy Allen. Oh, and an error. You can't have that.
Ugh, that's a tough one, especially with that rule being initiated, I mean, a few years ago where you could kind of block and redirect. That's usually the safest thing you can do.
Making sure the score is correct, 5-2. Again, the San Diego Smash just have a win over the LA Launch. They've had 3 losses in the men's pairing.
Ooh, there he is. He never left.
Walloping is Chase Budinger.
He's the most comfortable in arenas like this. We asked him earlier, we're hanging out on the side. I'm like, is this your typical NBA arena? He's like, yeah, just like this. I'm like, oh, so you're going to be real comfy here.
You make a great point. Coming out of the NBA, currently up at the net, trying to find a block, but instead it's his partner with some defense.
Oh, what a scoop.
Free ball. Is it easy money? It's a quicker set.
Oh, I like it. Even just that little bit of the fake, just a little bit, just to get Paul to hesitate, even for a half a second, opens everything up for Miles. Good little rally back and forth, too. I like that.
He said it was going to be between these 2 blockers.
Yeah.
They're playing at a different height, Casey.
Yeah, it's incredible. I think if I'm playing either one of these guys, I'm serving them short or, you know, a foot to my left or right just to change their comfort of approach. Oh, little pump fake, little double pump block.
Did you know what sport they're playing, right?
Yeah. It's actually like a pretty stealthy little, like, you know, touch block theory. I like that. Okay.
I mean, they are just snapping these down to the sand.
It's a little bit of Chase and Paul playing horse. All right, I'll bounce angle, then you got to bounce angle, and then match your swing.
No one's got an H or an O yet. How about an ace for the Aces? Third member of our crew, Rich Lamborn, is now down on the sand, and I know he's got somebody everybody wants to talk to.
Cam, you said it best. I've got the new CEO of USA Volleyball, John Sprout. Everyone wants to talk to you. We got him. True or false, you're going to put $17 million into beach volleyball in the upcoming quad?
You heard right. The rumor's correct.
Yeah, what are kind of the big initiatives for you going into your tenure as the CEO?
honestly, just to listen as much as I can to all the different constituencies and be around my daughters a little bit more, as you can see. But I think I need to make sure that all the different areas of the sport, because now I'm in charge of all of it. You know, when you and I were working together, it was just one lane.
Right.
Now I've got beach, I've got grassroots, I've got the regions, there's the event space. So for me to learn all that and then understand where the priorities are going to be after that.
So how are your plate spinning abilities thus far?
So far, I'm loving it. I really am. It's been great. I know a lot of people in the community. And even though I've been indoors, how many people do I know here? It's been so fun to come back and see all these people that I know. So from my perspective, it's a volleyball community. I think in the past, sometimes it's been beach and indoor, and they've been a little separate. And I really feel great about volleyball as a sport as a whole. I'm really interested in supporting these athletes as much as we can from USA Volleyball. And so I'm excited to learn more and learn how I can do that.
Well, I know Jamie Davis did a great job, but I remember back when Doug was the CEO, it's really nice to have volleyball people in charge of the organization. So I'm stoked that you got that gig. Look forward to a lot of great things happening, and
Thanks,
we won't take up too much of your time.
I know, it's a great part of this job is I'm not on the road like we used to be all over the place on these 3-week trips. So I'm here with the girls and my family. My wife Michelle's right behind me and watching some great volleyball. It's awesome.
All the best to you and all of us.
That's right.
Along with you.
Thanks.
Thanks, John.
Okay.
Great find, Rich Lamborn. And again, congratulations to John Spraw, as he is now the CEO of USA Volleyball, picking up the last 2 national championships at UCLA. Former Bruin himself.
Oh, I love that he's involved and that he's in charge of our sport that we all love. I saved actually him for Rich. I saw him and I'm like, I'm too nervous. I want Rich to take this one.
I didn't think you were ever nervous, Casey.
Yeah, well, around a legend like that, it was just more of a excitement. Look at this rally. Oh, on handset on 1, on 2, handset again. Oh, that would have been sick. What a play.
I don't know if we've ever seen 3 sets.
The triple handset would have been sick, Miles. Let's go. What a bounce, though. We'll take the angle bounce. Oh, Billy with the double ice cream scoop by Paul and Billy. Look at that. I love it. I mean, the last 3 rallies have been pretty epic. It's been just a scrappy transition battle.
Service error for Miles Evans.
It's tough to find like a serve in a space like this because we don't train full time in an arena like this, right? And so sometimes you're searching for something new that can kind of add to your tool belt that maybe disrupts a team that's in a rhythm. So I don't hate that, but at the same time, you're bummed that he missed.
Austin Aces picking up the last 2 men's matches. Their last weekend of play. Could they go 3 straight here?
I think they can, especially after, I mean, everyone knows Chase Budinger is one of the gnarliest athletes ever, but I want to go back to that handset he just did and how he turns his body and how soft his hands are for a basketball player. I mean, he is an insane athlete.
Most people know him as a basketball player, but he was also one of the best volleyball players in high school. As there's that line again, he even played to it, and he still couldn't get there.
It's the Landon hammer without the hammer. It's the Landon, the rubber mallet. Look at that, just on the line like he put him in himself. He came early, set up the lines, measured them. He knows exactly how far he has.
I'm impressed you came up with rubber mallet that quickly. I was wondering where you were going.
You don't want to ding the drywall if you're doing some indoor stuff. Oh, right back, they're playing horse. See, now Chase, he knows how to match it.
Chase Budinger out of the University of Arizona. Like your point, he knows how to play in an arena.
Yeah, he's comfy here, that's for sure.
Little check and a delay.
I love that serve. I feel like that's what you have to do against Austin, especially Paul, to try to create some opportunities because he's so physical. He passes so well, but if you squish his approach a little bit and make him kind of hesitate, oh, I think that's, I'm going to say just out with, I would go talk to the ref. A little sand splash on the line, but the circle is outside, so that's for sure what they're talking about.
That was a great shot by our crew. Nice work, Echo Entertainment and AVP.
Yeah, it's always fun when you get the replay camera just dialed right on the mark. I love that.
Cliff just owning that shot. 12 apiece here. I mean, I would say a ball doesn't lie. However,
we're not in fifth grade. We're
replay.
not in fifth grade anymore, Cameron. That's what I say when I know they're about to say that. I'm like, we're not in fifth grade. Don't say it.
Stay on Miles. Little hesitate. Little juke move.
Oh. Wow, he unloaded on that. Billy almost caught it too, dodgeball style. Almost got him out.
Who's going to find the transition play now? There's the whip of the arm.
He just uncoils.
Making lemonade.
Got to talk about that serve by Chase. When we play together, his ability to hit, I like to call it the vacuum floater, where he'd almost retract his hand and it would just fall off the table at like the 14-foot line. He is so good at that serve. Obviously, having Paul on the ground and having a side out from the ground is the reason why.
You need a tough serve? Call Paul Lotman.
He is so clutch with that jump serve. And you know it's always coming. So you're like, all right, here it comes, here it comes. It's so annoying because you know it's coming and it's still amazing.
15-13. The Austin Aces taking a book or a page out of the San Diego Smash book. Final point, an ace on their side.
Yeah, I think you're going to go back and just talk a little bit about, if I'm chasing Miles, like, hey, just the opportunities we had to have a chance to score is all we're looking for now. Like our serves in versus out, or our little transition shots, you know, that's all we're looking to add.
Trying to find a second set now, the Austin Aces. The AVP League is brought to you by Wilson, the official ball of the AVP.
How about a little magic, huh?
Casey Patterson, how did you get out of the dodgeball matchup? I mean, you're the king of it, let's be real. Well, welcome back to the AVP League. This is Week 7 action. Just one more week to go at the conclusion of this Week 7. Take a look at the hitting efficiencies for these two teams, the Austin Aces and the San Diego Smash.
Wow.
Do they tell the story?
Wow, it was like a mirror image. It was just the Aces, right? Oh my gosh, incredible. Yeah, the 3 service errors, right? That's what we're talking about. Hey, if we just, instead of errors, we just give ourselves an opportunity to score. Let's just do that.
Well, it worked in their favor right at the last second. Oh man, that guy just got taken out.
That was the old high school where your buddy gets on his hands and knees behind you and then the other guy pushes you over behind him. That's what it looked like. They staged it almost.
Someone throw the flag. That guy deserves 15-yard penalty. Ouch. Still so much to come on this first night of Week 7. Kelly Chang and Sarah Hughes will face off against Melissa Humana-Paredes and Brandy Wilkerson in a matchup between the New York Nitro and the Palm Beach Passion. We get a chance to see Taylor Sander and Taylor Crabb against Phil Dahlhauser and Avery Drost. I mean, look at this. He just crushes him.
They didn't, he's like, dude, okay, I'm gonna jump to you after we win. But he didn't tell that guy. That's the only one he didn't tell. Oh, I forgot to tell Jared. Dang it. Just pile drive.
Knocked the wind out of him, poor guy. Yeah. All right, second set. I thought he'd start with another one.
I know, well, that's the thing, is you're so free and you're flowing and you're scoring well, might as well go for it.
If you're just joining us, the San Diego Smash women picked up the win, so they found an extra point in the win total for the San Diego Smash, now sitting at 3-6, moved up to 7th in the rankings. And win-loss, and the Austin Aces went to 5-4 as TKN took the loss. Still sitting at 4th, though.
This is the swing by Billy that just gets you frustrated because now you know he can hit the line and then he hits that extreme angle. So now you feel like, okay, what am I gonna do next?
He's going to dig. That's what he's going to do next.
Oh, what a scoop. Oh.
Out of the net for Billy Allen, and how about that? A block with your toes still in the sand.
That was incredible. That was like he was doing the wave. He just stood there and it almost was like a set, but he did the little tap jump, got away with it. That's innovative. Never seen that before.
That's innovative. That's one way to say it. Little redirect of the approach.
I used to love plays like that. Almost pass bad on purpose to just get yourself a scramble play, but you felt like you're in control.
Casey Patterson, you never had a bad pass, or at
Thank
least
you.
that's a good mentality
Just,
to never have a bad pass. Great pass for Evans. Trying to reach outside of his frame. Paul Lotman.
Love that swing, though. He didn't go for too much, right? Sometimes you go too much, you tense up just enough for a blocker or a defender to read just a little bit longer. But there, he's just so smooth and fluid that you just enough.
Crossbody down the line, and a stat line that has yet to be touched. Blocks. Not a single one in this matchup thus far. Who's it going to be?
I feel like I'm banking on Chase is going to go on a run here. He, as a blocker and as a confident blocker, he's very creative, and Chase reads the game so well that if Paul's running him around, coming in hard inside and then chopping back line, Chase is going to figure this pattern out and get one.
Do you feel like, I know Chase just came up with that service error, but it seems like he's looking more for placement than really power.
Yeah, no, Chase is very meticulous when it comes to stuff like that. So that's exactly what he's going for. He's just going for the location and difficulty versus the speed.
About 50% speed on that swing.
Yeah, their offense is perfect right now. If I'm their coach, I'm like, yes, stay in this like 50%, but max jump, where you have all the range you want, but you keep the control. It's wide open. That's going to free up them to score some on D now.
Lightning quick. Paul Lotman.
See, he sells it earlier with those inside sets, then he goes back outside, so he's kind of keeping them chasing. Great offensive rhythm by Paul, too.
Heavy arm and deep angle.
Never twice. I'll say it for you, Chase, never twice. I love it. Chase is always so focused. It's actually funny, when we used to drill and train, he would just come up with these random drills that actually played into the scenario of matches really well that I'd never even done before. It's getting closer. He's starting to get timing. I would agree with going to Billy a little bit more and making him kind of challenge us again.
There's the good touch. Can't find it on the transition. Right through the wickets.
That's when you're Paul and you're bummed. You almost lined up too well on his shoulder, where I needed to be maybe one step to the left or right off his shoulder, and I get that block. It goes right through your headspace. Good position by Billy, whether it was on accident or not. That was a great dig directly behind him.
Delivering the side set beautifully, Billy Allen.
He's just been so smooth his whole life. It's so frustrating because it looks like he's never really trying that hard, but he plays at such a high level. And he never gives you very much emotion.
Which is a mind game in itself.
For me, it definitely was. I'm like, does he even want to win?
This guy knows a little something about mentality. Wrote a few books, coach your brains out. I mean, Billy Allen knows what he's doing. As Chase Budinger is on the side switch now, getting a little insight from his coach. Let's take a second to check in with our guy, Rich Lamborn.
Thank you. I'm here with Gina Urango, who had just had a great win and an unbelievable serving performance from you guys. You're in a bit of a precarious position in the league in that you have to win out. Does that give you a different mentality?
Yeah, I think we kind of, obviously we had a month off, and so we knew we've got nothing to lose here. So I think we came in with a little bit more of a free, let's have fun, like we got nothing to lose mentality, and I think it helped us a little bit.
You guys are in a similar mentality, you think?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we talked to them. We actually did a day of no jump altogether. So we've just been trying to build that team camaraderie, and they've been super supportive. And obviously, we're cheering them right now.
Awesome. Yeah. And so if a nothing to lose mentality equals 4 aces a set, we're going to stay with that, we think, right? All right. Awesome. Congrats.
Thanks.
Great work, Rich and Jeannie Urango. And to their point, the San Diego Smash played in weeks 1, 3. They'll play here in 7 and 8. So they had a bit of a delay in the middle of league play for their season.
Yeah, which is tough because you come back to this fast format and you have to try to almost create a rhythm versus like maintain one, right? Because you've had so much time off.
New York Nitro and Palm Beach Passion also in action this weekend. And there are some groans off that set. Back set, lefty, blocked and shoved.
Oh, this is ultimate leverage for the San Diego Smash. Yeah, what did he say? Let's see what Paul says.
That's the set everyone was groaning over.
Good little
I felt like it was quick enough.
flip. Yeah, it was out in front of him. It's high. He is behind the ball, so he's has some form momentum. It just, because it rotates a little bit, we're in that like very old school mindset where we see a perfect set, and then when it's not absolutely perfect but still good, it startles us. Oh!
That one's startling. Paul Lotman. That's Miles Evans at the net.
Right, and if we go back to the ball never lies, then was that set good? Right?
Yeah, great
Miles
question.
is like, I'm going to confirm it right here.
We're not in the 5th grade, Casey. We're not in the 5th grade. Oh, right off the dome.
Almost got 2.
Taking a look at the replay here, but another point scored by the Austin Aces. Meanwhile, down by 1.
Paul's just got to talk to Taylor Crabb. He usually covers that off his dome, and it goes back over for a kill. Have to talk to him about that.
No one passes better with their nose than Taylor Crabb. Actually, there was one from your career that I will never forget.
Oh, that's so close. The old Timmy Baumgren facial on Stadium.
Yeah, that's what it was, right?
Yep.
Totally like you meant to do it that way.
Yeah. And then Chase ended up getting the stuff block, I think. Backed me up. I love that play. Oh,
I
so
mean,
effortless.
And but it isn't though. He was literally chest to the net against one of the best blockers in the league.
Shows you kids, you get your feet to the ball, then you can utilize that whole arm, and he kind of maybe does a little re-pump so he can wrap over. He's so good at that positioning.
San Diego Smash showcasing some different offense and a different defensive scheme than we've seen.
Yeah, I think they're doing a good job of gotten to a really good side-out rhythm this game, and then now, you know, testing out a little bit of a split block. Let Chase kind of go for some good spots. Oh, he's all over it.
And Chase says, no problem.
Come on, dude. What a good rundown, too. Paul's just licking his chops, waiting. Oh, just rolling a little bit tight after his jump. It's a tough ball to go turn angle. It's also a tough ball to block, though, when it gets tight like that.
Lotman remains at the service line. Can he go for a second instead? Crossbody down the line.
I'll explain why sometimes it's tough when the ball's tight, because sometimes they'll hit really low at your armpit facial area where your hands or arms aren't, and so they'll go under you and trickle it under. That's what I meant by that.
Yeah, great call out by you as the missed serve from the San Diego Smash keep the Austin Aces alive here in set 2.
They've been siding out so smooth. I feel like they're using that as their foundation in this set to go to the third.
Chase Budinger against Paul Lotman. Billy finds one and a second.
Oh my gosh, Billy Allen running lines like the old days in basketball. Free throw line and back, half court line and back. Lefty ice cream scoop, righty ice cream scoop, a little chocolate vanilla. He's got everything.
On my call, Billy Allen. Tied at 14 apiece.
Oh, that was so close.
Missed serve.
That was uncomfortably close. Oof.
San Diego Smash, another shot to send this to set 3.
Love the timeout call by Billy.
So the Austin Aces taking a timeout here. They don't want to see this go to a third.
Smart, get a little game plan. Even if it's something you decide to use or not as a game plan, it's great to just have a timeout to just refocus and be more in the moment versus let the emotion take over of the anxiousness of the point and how quick they go.
You saw Paul Lotman's kiddos in the backdrop there. He now resides in San Diego, California. He wears kind of 2 hats, right? Coach as well as player. And on this side, Chase Budinger, Miles Evans. They, again, only have 1 win in league play. That came against the Los Angeles Launch and Tim Baumgren and Troy Field in week 1. Then they had to face off against Cody Caldwell, Sean Cook, Taylor Crabb, Taylor Sander, Theo Brunner, and Trevor Crabb. That's 3 straight losses on their side. For the Austin Aces, they have 2 wins coming against Phil Dahlhauser and Avery Drost, as well as Cody Caldwell and Sean Cook. Not too surprising. Their 2 losses coming against Andy Benish, Miles Portain, Theo Brunner, and Trevor Crabb.
Their 2 big wins were all in Austin, right? Their home court. That was such a rad arena, a rad crowd. Those guys, they were getting after it. That's when they established maybe their whole high five routine, right? That was cool. I feel like that helped them, it sparked them.
I feel like there had to be a good amount of practice behind that.
It was very intricate, and I was very jealous.
A look to Billy Allen again, the timeout called by the Austin Aces. Well, we've got a minute now. Let's take a look at the Wilson volleyball play
Look
of
at that.
the day.
Fundamentals, kids.
This is when you know there's just not going to be a better dig all night long than these 2 from Billy Allen. The left, the right.
Oh, coast to coast, East Coast, West Coast. Put the ball away, Paul. Thank you.
They're looking to try and put away this second set. Down a set point yet again. The Austin Aces. Set 1 in the bag.
This is my, if I'm Chase and Miles, I'm just going middle serve. Make them decide. So he's lined up in front of Billy.
Miles Evans already has a block to his name.
Oh, there it is. That's the vacuum. The Chase Budinger special. He's so good at that. He can like put it on a remote control, and it's incredible.
Call him the Dyson. Chase Budinger finds the ace on set point. Both of these sets closing out on an ace. One on the side of the Austin Aces, the other on the side of the San Diego Smash. We are going to a 3rd set.
That's something that I also love about Chase, is that he is a gamer. He is a guy that finishes matches and steps up big at the end of games when everything's on the line. Something about those situations that flip the switch for him to just be an all-world athlete.
While they reset, and we've got a minute before action resumes, let's go down to Rich Lamborn. Who you got, Rich?
Taryn, member of the Austin Aces, you're living and dying with every point. I think I heard the sound barrier break when you got off of this stand to check if that serve was in.
I think it was in.
More nerve-wracking to be in this position or to be out on court?
definitely here because you can't do anything except cheer as loud as possible, which is why I have to jump and scream.
I kind of liken it to riding shotgun in a NASCAR car, right? It's scary as all hell.
Yeah, it is. Well, it's not terrifying. It's exhilarating, I would say.
Oh, you like the adrenaline rush?
Yes and no. It's hard to come down from, and then you play, and then you have to cheer, and then you're like, there's just so much emotion, but it's really fun. I love having more people on our team.
And what do your guys need to do here to get set number 3?
I think Paul serving really aggressively and being super aggressive on his blocking. And then they're going to make some crazy good plays. I mean, they're both really good teams, so just sticking in with each and every serve.
So we're going to ride the emotional waves and hope the aces come out on top.
Sir, and I need you to do your stance so that, that is how we win points.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Taryn.
Rich, we got to see this pose, though, while you're still on camera. What is this pose? Is that it? Nice work. I like it.
I learned it from Kristen. That's what led to point number 14 for the aces.
Coming to a Pilates studio near you.
The manifestation pose. I'm just going to manifest this ace. It's going to happen.
The leaning Lamborn, we'll call it. Set 3, here we go. Billy.
Okay.
With a little side spin on that.
Just a long peak in the air, then you use peripheral, just slap it down in the angle.
Some numbers for you. 472 for the smash, 536 for the Austin Aces. The errors on screen from the service line. But that is not on screen. Another ace for Paul Lotman.
He took some off that one, right? You could hear it with the hand slap. He contacted maybe a little bit lower and went for location versus that unloading power he had earlier on in those first 2 sets.
Following the theme of the team. Fights the middle.
Great swing out of that middle. That's something that is very valuable as a right side hitter. Blockers always play angles, but if you go that high deep seam, it's hard to read or stop.
I was going to say, it's not often you see middle, straight to middle.
Yeah. And as a blocker, what do you do to stop that? You usually feel like you have to pick a side. And if you line them up, it's going to go through the middle. So it's a great swing.
Throw that one in the little black book of secrets. Try something new at the net for Miles Evans.
I love even though it's not something they always do, I love the split block by Chase and Miles. Chase is on fire. It's dictating the game.
After this point, explain the split block to those new to beach volleyball, as there's a look in transition. Do we like that contact? Oh. No good.
What if you jump with 2 hands but then only touch with 1? Is it a block? And then it's legal? The split block, let's see here. Good scoop by Chase, just chilling.
Oh, he's calling that a throw.
Yeah,
Open
he had
hand
to
tip.
save that from over his head.
But the split blocking.
The split block is where, who's a really great team who did that was a Trevor and Try, right? Where both players serve and play defense and also block. So they switch off every other time. So there's not just a dedicated blocker defender. They both do each. There it is. Okay, the can has been opened. We know Paul got one in that second set, but this is going to change how Miles plays defense. It's going to change how Austin sides out, and this will dictate a lot of the game.
A little off balance on the attack.
Lefty. It's so weird how points come in runs like this, right? Chase gets that stuff block. Then Miles can be aggressive with his serve and relax on D and just scoop a ball, right? And so it just generates all this momentum.
Speaking of momentum, a little bit more for the San Diego Smash. Again, the Smash need to be nearly perfect. There is a chance that they still find that top 4, but it is ice thin.
I believe that's what I would be saying. What a dig. Oh my
Chaotic
gosh,
play. Billy loses his hat and maybe his balance.
I think Miles and Billy both did like a full 360 in that game. in that rally. Look at that, though. All the momentum. That one block set up 3 more points, whether Chase was involved or not. It's how you feel when your partner gets a big block like that.
This is problematic for the Austin Aces, sitting 4-7 in set 3. Take a look back at this one.
Oh, great play by Miles to just run up and, just full scramble play. I love it. Just, look what I found. I love it. Well, bro, I just went up and stuffed ball. You know what I mean?
It's like finding the golden egg in the Easter egg hunt. You know what I mean?
It's like
when you're $100 bill in it.
Yeah. It's the old overpass, and you just put your arms out on defense and just hope, and they hit it right at you, and you dig it, and you're like, oh, look what I found. Look at the demeanor, though. The way they're talking to each other. Everything's up. Energy's good. It's like you immediately find game plans. You're like, oh, I can see now because we have a little momentum. Now things become clear.
Speaking of energy, DJ Rouchet is currently rocking the Honda Center. This might be the loudest venue that we have had to this point. Kelly Chang, Sarah Hughes coming up next to look at the New York Nitro as they will face off against the Palm Beach Passion. Taylor Crabb, Taylor Sander, Phil Dahlhauser, and Avery Drost. A glimpse to what's still to come on this Saturday night in Los Angeles.
Yeah, I feel like Rocher got, double the amount of speakers at this arena. Great middle serve.
They need a run, and the streak starts with 1.
It's a tough ball to hit. Little fade to left, inside out approach. Just the snake snap back to the angle. He's so good at that kind of the lean and go back into that seam angle.
Cross court beauty.
He's always there.
Who's taking the free ball? Is it another?
Oh. Yeah. I feel like I'm on the court right now. I feel like I've seen this play happen so many times as his partner. It's not, it's like you could see it happening before he even got there. I'm like, he's got it.
From one corner of the arena to the net.
Oh, a little leverage line block to finish. That's so clutch. Paul sees Chase up and down, just sealing that like seam angle, and then he reaches outside his body in the line. That's a great block.
Man, are you not entertained? What a matchup. Budinger with the trifecta.
There's that NBA swagger. Where he's most comfortable, making big plays in the clutch times.
Staring him straight in the face.
Almost had that one. Great play, good choice by Paul. Just go high flat.
He came in shoulders directly at Chase Budinger. They were eye to eye.
I know, they were staring each other down. So smart. Just the set's inside, it dies inside, kids. Just don't go back to the line and let Paul have a chance. Just keep going with the ball and take it high corner.
Another kill for Miles Evans.
Oh, what a heads-up play. Wow, that's incredible. Great serve by Miles, but what a heads-up play by Chase. That fast tap block.
Budinger now at 5 blocks. Opening up the line, that's a different place.
Yeah, that Paul had the perfect amount of space to go anywhere he wanted. It's hard for Chase to get a read and make a decision before he was out of time.
Excuse me, Budinger only 4 blocks. Gave him an extra. Maybe it's a premonition.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Heads up. They took down the hockey glass.
Did he get to keep it? The 6-pack to get hit in the, oh, cameraman. Hopefully he wasn't eyeing the lens. Oh, looks like he was.
I think he's all right.
Yeah, we'll get down there and
He might have just got the shot of the night.
Yeah, if he was firing off, that would have been sick. Just as closer and closer it got.
He's doing all right. He's continuing to shoot here, as is Billy Allen. We need a caution label to sit front row.
Yeah. Yeah, it's always a bummer when people get hit and you're like, well, you're at a volleyball game and the ball is flying around everywhere.
I mean, you could see that immediately.
Yeah.
One of the quickest loads.
Yeah, he gets his arm loaded so quick, and he'd fake the first 6 that, you know, they had kind of attempted, so he's been setting that up. Oh. Listen, as a hitter, that feels like it's so wrong when you get stuffed on that ball when you're 3 feet away to the line and somehow Chase stays in the angle and reaches over. That's such a good spacing.
It was a premonition. That's number 5 for Chase Budinger. Match point.
Oh!
And it's not going to be at the block, at least not yet.
Great. I mean, Paul, that's his go-to, right? That high flat one after he gets stuffed, going low.
Match point remains. Paul Lotman, you need an ace.
He's there again with spin.
Ceiling high enough to handle. Hold your breath, Casey Patterson.
Forget him on a mic sometimes. Yeah, that was me in Miles' body, like, go for it. Ah, I'm stuck. I got nailed to the floor, even though I'm in sand.
That's how many muscles you have to flex to run down that ball. Match point remains for the smash. The opposite side.
Lefty. Wow.
To win their second match of league play, the San Diego Smash get it done in 3 sets. They said they had nothing to lose. They just took down the Austin Aces, who were in the number 4 spot in league standings. The Smash, after their first win, moved up to number 7. Where will they go now?
I believe. Just getting started in the second half of the season for them. Great momentum. Girls set the tone. They were just chopping, slicing, dicing. The boys were watching all fired up and just absorbed the momentum. What a play. His ability to just get his feet there, but then also with his offhand control that ball, not spray it out. I'd probably put that in the middle of the net or completely miss it.
You said one of the best athletes in the game, that's Chase Budinger, and they put together a phenomenal performance behind 5 blocks of Chase Budinger. All right, let's send it to Mark Sherman, because these two, they sure got some words.
San Diego Smash taking both of those matches, and you guys, that took a pretty awesome comeback there. 16-14 in the second. You got out quick in set number 3. You knew that was a huge match, as you're now just within a couple games of the Aces, within 1 actually in the standings. How big was that win, Miles?
You know, Gina and Tony set the tone, so we just had to take it a step up as well, and that's obviously a phenomenal team, and this is an awesome stadium. Just stoked to be here and stoked to compete against all the best.
You guys were facing some big-time pressure from the service line, of course, in Billy and really in Paul Lotman. Yeah, buddy. I was like, what is Chase doing, signaling to the little one running out there? Nice job, Jess. Introduce the world to this little guy.
High five. This is Beckham.
What's up, Beckham?
Say hello.
Hello.
Everyone.
Hello, everyone.
What do you think was the key to victory, Beckham? Just say dad.
Dad.
Yeah, dad. Yeah, I mean, he might have been. Give it up for Beckham, everybody. Very nice. Chase, you guys knew you had to win that one, as you guys were fighting to stay in this, fighting to make it to the championships, and you really turned it on, and you turned it up a notch. Nobody was really blocking much to start that match. You turned it on at the net. What was the difference maker at the net for you?
For me, just timing, alignment. You know, I got in a little blocking rhythm, and that really helped me in that third to, you know, get some blocks, get me feel comfortable out there blocking, and it felt really good.
It looked real good, and you guys got it right when you needed it, improving to 4-6. Ain't out of this thing yet, baby. You will see you back out here tomorrow for a couple of more matches. Congratulations, Chase. Congratulations, Miles. The San Diego Smash get the sweep that they needed.
Well, I would have said the MVP was Chase Budinger, but I believe it's now turned to Beckham.
It's Beckham.
It's definitely
It's always
Beckham.
been Beckham.
I mean, Chase Budinger went lights out. He talked about the blocking rhythm, 5 in total, but the San Diego Smash, they're fighting right now.
Yeah, that's a tough battle. Billy making plays, going coast to coast, right? Paul stepping up, getting aces in big clutch times. You know, it was just a matter of that last tail end of this match where, you know, Chase just started to take over that block and just opened up the whole game.
As a team, Budinger and Evans hit 489, definitely one of their top marks on this season. Congratulations to those two, as this is a huge move from 8 to 5 with 2 wins added to their win column. The San Diego Smash now sitting at 4-6, and the Austin Aces, they're in some trouble. The water just got a lot hotter.
Yeah, if we go a full flip tomorrow, same thing, where they go 4-0, right? And then Austin doesn't get any more. I mean, that's a full switch. Top 4 for San Diego if that happens. So that's got to be really on the ball here for Austin. Refocus and get after it tomorrow.
They will be back in action tomorrow. You'll get a chance to see both of those teams back out here in Honda Center. Coming up next, it's Kelly Cheng, Sarah Hughes, Melissa Humana, Brandy Wilkerson. The New York Nitro taking on the Palm Beach Passion, the second contest of this Saturday night.